podcast. I'm your host, Lady She. Thank you for joining us for your lunch break, brunch break, whatever it is you do at 12 o'clock during the day. But I am blessed to have a guest with me at noon on what's today? Tuesday? Wednesday. I'm mixing up days. My days going to each other.
Yeah.
On this beautiful Wednesday, as they call it, Hump Day. We'll be learning about fashion. We'll be learning about just all that's going on with this young, beautiful lady right here, Miss Patrice DeCosta Fernandez,
Yes.
the owner of Stoosh Boutique, and it's something else.
Stoosh Images. So I have
Right.
a styling and a boutique.
We're
Yes.
gonna get into all her business
Yes,
today
yes.
because I want to know because I need a stylist. So this is divine connection right here for sure. So
All right.
welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
And it's so funny how we connected.
It's God. It's
yes,
God.
yes,
It's God.
yes.
Mhm.
Ordained.
Absolutely,
Yes,
absolutely.
yes. So,
Divine connections.
yeah,
for
looking
sure.
forward to sharing and spending this time with you.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
and your
you.
viewers. Of
Absolutely.
course.
Thank you for coming. So let's just jump right in. First, I just laughed before we came on the live. I was like, it's Stoosh. Right? She goes, yes. Where did the name Stoosh come from?
Oh, Stoosh. Okay, so Stoosh is a Jamaican word. I'm Jamaican.
Okay.
And,
All my Caribbean people.
Yes, so Stoosh, there are two meanings to it. So if someone calls you Stoosh in Jamaica, it means you're
Snooty.
you're
like
bourgeois, you're
Okay, like clutch my pearls type
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Okay.
You're up there, or you're polished.
Above?
Yes, you're polished. But when I started the business, I wanted to keep my Caribbean heritage,
Love that.
right?
Love
And incorporated it with my business. Living, that I'm living here. And so Stoosh for me is stylish, successful, and sophisticated.
Love it.
And so that's what I help my clients to be for the past 17 and a half years. Stylish, successful, and sophisticated.
Stylish, successful, and
Sophisticated.
sophisticated. Okay, we like that better than
Yes,
snooty.
exactly. So I turn the negative connotation to something positive. And that's what we
See
need
that?
to do in life, right?
That's the one. Come
Yes,
on here with
yeah.
the bars. She's starting it early. I love it. So stylish, successful, and sophisticated.
Yes.
Okay, so from Jamaica, when did you come to America?
So I came to America same year as 9/11. Ooh, a month,
Wow.
actually 2 weeks before. So I came to Jamaica. I left Jamaica, went to England to study. I did my postgrad in Manchester, and from England I came to New York, August 2001.
Wow. Whoa.
Yes,
Like,
the end of
oh.
August. So 9/11 was like 2 weeks
9/11.
after.
So that must have been not just culture shock, but
Oh yes,
Like, it's stuff going on in this place.
Yes, stuff going on in this place. Do I need to go back?
I know, like, let's rethink this. Hold it.
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah.
Okay, so what was it like growing up in Jamaica? I love your country, by the way.
Oh,
I'm
thank
telling you, there's such a vibe there.
Good
Like,
vibe.
it just is. I don't know. Go ahead.
There's a vibe.
I gotta
Yes.
go back. I gotta go back.
Yes. Well, growing up for me was lovely. Growing up for me, my childhood was great. I worked with Air Jamaica, and so
Nice.
I am just so fortunate that I'm able to live two of my passions: travel and fashion.
Yes. Love
So growing up all girls high school, that's when I started loving putting colors together and
Right,
fashion,
right,
because I
right.
would just do it and my friends would ask me questions and without even thinking about it, and I started following them to the stores and to help them to pick things
And
out.
how old are you?
High school, so
Wow.
yeah, high school.
Okay.
So not knowing that it would have turned out to this, to me,
When we
let
say
me tell
it's
you. Yeah.
He knows.
So growing up in Jamaica was fun. Lots of great memories. I was from a structured home. Both parents are teachers, so you
Love
know how
it.
that is.
Oh yes.
And so going into Air Jamaica too, that also gave me a whole new experience. And would you believe it that when I was growing up, I was shy?
It can happen.
Right?
It can happen.
But guess what? When I started working at Air Jamaica, all the shyness.
Oh,
had
you
to
were
just
forced to
drop
not be
off.
shy.
Like,
Yeah, because you had to deal with people.
Yeah, I could no longer say I was shy.
So now, were you the only child, or did you
I'm
have
an only
siblings?
girl and
Oh.
two brothers.
Okay.
And
You
I'm
in
in
the
the
middle? Ooh, that's me.
That's you too?
Yeah, I pray for you.
Oh.
Yeah, that's me too.
But I'm protected.
Yeah, we're in the middle, but we also got to do this kind of sometimes.
Yeah.
Because we're in the middle.
Yeah,
Wow.
so only girl, 2 boys. And, after I worked with Air Jamaica for years, then I decided I want to further my studies. Because I promised my mom, she said to me, promise me one thing that you are going to get your formal education.
Yes.
Then you can do whatever.
Yes.
And I said, okay, I promise. So
love that.
Went to UK, resigned from Air Jamaica, have no family in UK. Sometimes we got to take risk. We got to take the risk, okay? Not and without having people around us, because I had no one.
Sometimes you gotta do it scared.
Yes.
You have to do it.
And can I tell you, when that aircraft lifted up and I looked back and I said, this is it. This is it. And yes, I'm doing it. And when I saw that I'm really going, I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? And the next day I woke up, because in Manchester, rain, and super gray. I cried. I remember sitting in my dormitory room and I bawled for hours. Mm-hmm. But not knowing that was a turning point.
Blessings.
Let me tell you. Yeah. And sometimes we have to go through so we can come through. Because that was a going through time, not leaving my family, everything you knew. Yes. Everything you knew. And just said, you know what, I want to do this course. 1 year.
Wow.
Did it.
Boom.
Did it, right?
Wow.
Didn't even know how I was going to finish before, but I did it.
Patrice, with the encouragement.
Okay, so
somebody needed that.
Yes, absolutely. So left, came to New York. Then I went back into travel for about 6 years. I did marketing for a tour company. So I was on the plane every 2 times a week, going to different islands. So I've been to almost all the Caribbean islands, right?
I gotta step it up.
So again, not knowing that God was just giving me buildings, just steps. Yeah. So He was just opening up my opportunities and my thinking and exposing me. Mm-hmm. And then the same people who I interacted with when I was in travel, it's the same ones who catapult my fashion business.
Ooh, I'm telling you, you don't run into people for nothing. They say seasons and reasons, but either way, it's good. Either way, it's good.
Either way, it's good.
Okay, so you finished school the 1 year. Now, what was the 1 year?
What I did?
Yeah.
I did a master's in marketing and information technology.
Okay, marketing and information technology. Now, why did you take up that specific thing?
Because I knew I wanted to own my own business.
I knew that.
So I wanted to have the business background.
Gotcha.
Right? So marketing can't go always needed.
Absolutely.
The IT always needed. So when I saw that combination, and that's the reason why I ended up in UK, because US didn't have it. I didn't see anywhere other country that had it, and I hate to study long. So when I hear people have to study for 4 years for a bachelor, ooh, no. Yeah. I'm a 1 year type of study.
You better go ahead, Miss Patrice. Wow.
So UK had it. I said, what? Yeah, come high, come low. That's it. That's it. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. So I went, did it, studied, and came back. Went back into travel when I came. And so while I was in travel, that's when I went to FIT. That's when I started zoning in on my fashion part.
Gotcha.
The fashion part,
okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Then in 2008, I resigned from the company. 2018, I resigned from the company. And then, 2008. The time is flying so much.
Listen, I'm telling you, years are going by like weeks. It's different right now.
I resigned from the company, and then that's when I went full force and started my business. I said, God, I'm either going to sink or I'm going to swim.
That's the one.
And I just did it.
And you like, well, my parents, my mother told me I'm going to swim.
But yes, I just did it. That. I didn't even know how it's going to work out, because being an image consultant at that time was what's that? It wasn't well known.
Popular.
It wasn't popular, right? Yeah. And so I also do corporate training too. So I remember when I decided I was going to focus on the Caribbean, because that's the market, that's what I know, and I also wanted to uplift the companies and uplift individuals
Absolutely.
with their image.
Yeah.
And I remember when I decided to go into the Eastern Caribbean, I remember when I went to Barbados for the first time to do a training, and people were just sitting down looking at me, and I said, God,
Intimidated.
why did you do this to me?
You're like, God, don't make me afraid of their faces.
Yes, why did you
Wow.
do that? And that was my first one. And let me tell you, perseverance equals success. Because I could have just thrown in the towel that day. I remember it was like everybody's face was like blank
Stone.
and stone, no reaction.
Not impressed.
Yes, right? Because
This is their world. This is their world.
And it's a whole new thing for them, right? Me coming talking about dressing for success, professionalism, body language. Who are you? You know? Right? So that alone taught me that, you know, you've got to be persistent. And just encouraging someone, be persistent, you know, keep
Don't
going.
accept no.
Yeah, don't accept no. And even if you accept it for once, it's going to turn into yes eventually. But only if you continue the journey.
Right. Come on, Patrice, with the bars. I love that. I love that.
You have to continue the journey.
Absolutely.
So started off Caribbean, Barbados. Oh my gosh, Barbados is, what should I say? Barbados became people even thought that I was living in Barbados.
Oh,
Barbados became such an integral part of my business.
really?
Yes, word of mouth just started spreading. I was in the newspapers. I was on the TV. I was on the radio.
So now, what were they saying?
People, I think because people, they were happy to see that there's someone who will help them
Take out the time.
Yes, and non-judgmental. You know,
Absolutely.
that's the thing. Not being judgmental of what size,
Yeah.
where you are in your life.
Absolutely.
You know, when I do a wardrobe evaluation and I come in and I see your wardrobe, I'm not going to judge you and you say, "Oh, this is what you know." I'm going to say, "Okay, where is it that you want to go?" And then I try to help them.
Right? I love that.
That is what I have been doing, and Barbados just took off. Then I merged, and then I went. St. Lucia started hearing about me. Then Trinidad started hearing about me. Let me tell you, I was on the plane.
Let me ask this. So now, this is you doing this. When did it come a point where you needed like a team or something?
Yes, I tried.
It's like, yes.
Oh my gosh. Yes, there were times when I felt like, oh, I can't do this alone.
Mm-hmm.
But somehow I was able to structure it well enough that I was able to manage. And of course, things fell through the crack. Of course, you know, mistakes were made because, you know, you're doing everything on your own. I tried to get, you know, a few individuals to help me, especially that when I wasn't on the island.
Right.
Sometimes.
So how did you get them? How did you do that?
Yeah, sometimes it didn't work out. To be honest, sometimes it just didn't work out.
Wow,
But it's part of the business. It's part of the business, and it's part of the growth of the business. Because how I look at it as the negative things is part of the positive things.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And you know, over the years, you grow and you know what it is that you want.
I'm so sorry.
You know what you want, and you know what it is that you're looking for, and the standards you want, and the standards that you set for yourself and for your business, right?
Absolutely.
So, yes, the Eastern Caribbean, and then I was servicing Jamaica too. So let me tell you, I was on the plane.
I'm tired thinking about it.
Oh my God.
Because this is all like, you know, time difference and, you know, remembering who desires this for you. And
Yes.
it's a lot of pulling.
Yes.
So now, did you have time to like date? Like, you know, in reference to family, were you able to keep in touch? Was it like a strain or anything? Give us some of the stuff that you went through that had you like, I was ready to just be done.
Yeah. So during that time, that's 2000 trying to remember. Yes, I was married.
Oh,
yeah.
How'd you meet him?
Oh yes, I was married. That was my first marriage, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where'd you guys meet?
We met at the airport.
She's like, at work. Because I was always there. Oh, so you worked for the airline as well.
Customs, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So we met there, and so it was you see, that's the reason why you have to pray for compatibility, because of how my business was taking off, and constantly traveling and constantly being out there, because you need a partner who is able to manage that and also to complement what's
Encourage,
going on
support.
and encourage and
You
support.
definitely need
Yes,
that.
you need that.
That
Yeah.
peace.
Yes.
You know, instead of telling
Yes.
you you're doing good.
Yes.
And it's okay.
Versus, oh, why are you traveling every minute?
Right, right.
When are you coming home? You know what I mean? Yeah. So
Marriage is not for the weak.
no.
Yeah.
I remember my pastor says all the time, if you're a coward, don't get married.
Come on, Pastor.
Don't get married.
I'm telling you.
You're a coward.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a different type of strength.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he wasn't able to
Yeah.
he couldn't. I got you.
No. But thank God he blessed me with a second husband.
Okay.
And who is such a great support. His philosophy is, that's how I met you.
But that's what I was thinking in
He
my
said,
mind.
that's how I met you.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
why am I going to stop you
Right,
from
right.
living your dreams?
And so you met him here?
Yes, I
Oh.
met him here. Yes, so
Okay.
I'm grateful for that and great support. I have a 5-year-old now. I have a toddler.
Oh.
So I do not travel as often,
Okay.
but like the last time I was in Barbados was June, and I'm hoping to go back before the end of the year because I still have my clients there that I service.
Right.
You know, when I'm there, I make sure that I put together looks for them. I shop for them here.
Yeah.
I take things down, and with the holidays coming up, you know, just make sure that they're okay.
Everything's in order.
Yeah,
Right.
everything is in order. So because being a Stoosh person, because I work with men and women.
Mm-hmm. I wanted you to tap into
Yes,
that.
being a Stoosh person, it's not just about looking vain.
Mhm.
It's about what you want to project. It's about the message that you want to send. It's about the
Yes.
opportunities that you
Mhm.
want, right? So whatever you want, you have to put out there. So when you
That was
invest
good.
in yourself,
Mhm.
it shows.
Yes.
When you invest in yourself, the universe sees
Mhm.
and
Makes moves.
Yes, makes
And things
moves,
start
right?
to connect.
Yes,
Yes.
right. And so often, even as entrepreneurs and as business people, sometimes we shortcut that part of our lives.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
we shortcut the
It's
investing.
easy to do.
Oh
too.
gosh,
Yeah.
very easy.
Mhm.
You know, it's very easy. Oh, I can't be bothered. I'm just going to do my thing. And
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
And then sometimes, even if we grow, sometimes it takes a longer time for the growth because what we're putting out there is not matching with what we want to happen.
Come on, Patrice. It's the truth. It's the truth. Help somebody right now.
Yeah, it's the
Wow.
truth. It's the truth. So,
And it's human nature.
It's
you know?
human nature,
Yeah.
and you know that's why I'm so glad for the opportunity to enhance individuals because I don't change people.
Yeah.
I enhance them, and again do it in such a way that they feel comfortable. You do it in such a way that they know that I want to see them grow.
So they can trust
Yes,
you.
doing it in such a way that you know, oh, this person has my best interest.
Yes. Right. That part.
That
Mhm.
part.
Absolutely.
And that's why over the years I've worked with, you know, politicians, ambassadors, business
Wow.
individuals, CEOs, first ladies,
Mhm.
because even though they're in certain positions, they still want that person
Mhm.
behind the scenes to, you know, to push them and to say,
Absolutely.
okay, let's do this way. Let's put together these looks. Let's wear this way. Like, you know, what colors are you wearing? What messages do you want to send? And you know, so I work with the individuals, I work with entrepreneurs, I work with just anyone who is ready, the mindset.
Yeah.
The
Come on,
mindset.
Patrice. The mindset and the look have to match.
The mindset.
Love
So,
that. Everything's
That's-
about mindset.
yes,
That
everything's
is so
about
true.
mindset because if you think that is not necessary, I'm not going to be the one to tell you.
Right.
I might always say when the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Boop. That's the
Okay.
one. That's the one. Love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
All right. So now you come to so from the UK, you're doing your thing in what do you call it? You're doing your thing in Barbados and Jamaica, and doing different things. So now you're creating a clientele for yourself. Your name's out there, you're getting the news. You're styling with different people. So now, when do you come to New York? But why?
My mom.
Okay.
My mom, straight up, my mom.
What'd
Yeah.
she say?
She lived here.
Oh, she lived here.
And she
Hey.
still lives here.
Oh.
Mhm.
So what made mom come here?
Oh, what made her come here? That's a good
And how old were you?
Oh, I left Jamaica at 27.
Okay, so you were older.
Yes.
And then she decided to come here?
She came here long
With,
before.
with dad?
No, my dad is still in Jamaica, so
Okay.
they're not together anymore.
Okay, they're separated. She
Yes,
comes here.
yeah, but she came here in '86.
Oh,
1986, yeah. So in essence, I grew up a lot of my life without her.
okay.
So
Gotcha.
my aunts and
All right, so
with
now
my
it's coming
aunts and
together.
all
Okay.
my aunts and my uncle in Jamaica.
But that's not like foreign though, right?
No.
For Jamaica, like
Yeah,
you know, the
yeah,
family.
Caribbean,
It
yeah.
really is like the village, like
Yes.
the village,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay,
the
got
village,
you.
Yeah. So mom was here 86, and she, I know, I guess I have gotten a lot of her traits.
Right.
The assertive person, the the jovial personality, the keep going type of personality. Because
Like the finish strong.
Yes, she really
imparted that.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
we were even being overseas, she made sure we were okay.
Mhm.
The barrel was coming with
Right,
all
right,
the
right.
goodies.
Yes.
And excuse me. And the only thing she hated though is the fact that I had very long hair, and because I was the only girl, she's gone and just I never looked back. So that's the only thing.
I know she was.
very
I felt
mad.
that one. I felt that one.
And I still hear it.
She's like, really,
today.
lady?
She's like, I can't believe you're coming here. I can't believe it. I said,
That'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just air about. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so she was here, and so still, what made you come though?
Because I wanted to be with her.
Oh.
I wanted to be close to her. I just knew that,
It was time.
Yeah, it was time. So when I finished UK, and I said, and then she has a heart condition. I'm like, you know what? I want to be close to her.
Absolutely.
God forbid if anything happens.
Yes.
I'm an older
I got
girl.
that part.
I need to be close to her. Because during the time I was thinking of moving to Atlanta, I was thinking of moving to Florida, and I say, you know what, it's all well and good that I go those places because I hate the cold.
Right.
I hate the cold. But I said, you know what, I prefer to be close to her. So that's straight up
That's
her.
just how it happened.
Yeah, straight up her.
All right. Shout out to mom. That's right.
Yes.
You only get one. We only
Yeah,
get one
right?
mom, we get one
Let me
dad.
tell
So
you,
yes, good for you.
indeed.
Okay. So now fast forward, you come here the same month as 9/11.
Yes.
So where was your mind with that one?
Oh, I was sleeping when it happened, and my girlfriend from Canada messaged me and said somehow, or she called me, and they call me Pat, shortening for Patrice, and she said, Pat, you saw the news? And I said, no, what news? She said, turn on the TV, quick. And when I saw it, I jumped up and I said, hold on.
Yeah.
Something is.
Honey or Captain Fernandez.
I said, oops, something is going on. And that's when I realized, and it was scary. It was so scary. It was so scary.
The other day.
Yeah, it was so
I'll
scary.
never forget. It's like certain things going on, events going on that you will never forget where you are in that moment because it was devastation.
Devastation.
You felt that thing.
And my brother worked in Manhattan, and he had to walk home that day. I was so glad that he was okay, but yeah.
So both of your brothers are here also?
Yes.
Or just the one? Okay,
No,
so both are here.
The three of us are here.
Oh, that's so mom is just
Yes, the three of us
that's
are
awesome.
here. Yeah. And her only grandchild from
Yeah.
me. So, and I just want to instill certain values in her, so that it can be transferred from my mom to me to her.
Generations.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes, good
Yes.
for you, Patrice.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes, indeed.
So now when you came up with Stoosh, I definitely absolutely get the definition. Like, do you remember like the moment, like certain things I can remember, like, oh, I was going through this and I was journaling and then God said this particular thing. Do you remember?
My aunt. I owe that to my aunt. So I have one of my mom's sister, her youngest sister. She's very entrepreneurial too and very business minded, and I brainstorm with her a lot. So I remember we were talking and she was giving suggestions about pretty little things and different names are coming up, and then she said, "Why don't you call it Stoosh?" And I'm like, that was like,
I love it.
She said, "Yes, Stoosh." Because you're going to be enhancing individuals. You're going to make them look more polished.
Absolutely.
You're going to make them look a certain way. Stoosh, and you're bringing in your Jamaican heritage. I said, that was it. So I owe that to my aunt.
Love that.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, because I always happen to this when I do lives and stuff, and every time I interview someone, I ask them about how important it is for your environment and how, it projects and how it affects you. You being with your aunts and being around family, getting the name in that fashion, explain or share with us how you feel about environment and people, how important the people around you is.
Oh, do we have the time for that? Can I tell you, so important. And over the years, starting out, you don't even think about those things. That's not so important. But as you grow, as you go through experiences, you realize that what is around you is going to affect you as much as we say, oh no, it's not going. It is going to affect you. It affects how you reason. It affects your behavior. It affects your body language. It affects sometimes even your outcomes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that is why I'm sure we all look right now on Instagram and Facebook, all these millionaires and all these coaches, that's what they're talking about.
All around each other.
Be mindful of your environment.
Absolutely.
Be mindful of who you're spending time with, because if what they said, if you spend time with 5 broke people, you're going to be the
become the
sixth
sixth
one.
one. Yeah.
Right?
That's real.
So that's real. Real talk.
And being wealthy can become contagious.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's 100%. And it's a weeding process for me. It's a growing process for me. I've lost friendships over the years for whatever reason. Some of them are unexplainable, but it's okay.
Reasons.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay. The important thing is that your heart is not bitter, that your heart is clean, that if you see someone, you can say,
how are you?
Yeah.
Hope all is well.
Yes, you can go this way. You can go to bed.
Right.
And don't have anyone
Sleep
up
well.
in their heart. It's a beautiful thing.
Patrice said, "I'm good.
I'm good."
She's like, reason the season.
Yes,
I'm all right.
I'm all right.
Wow.
Right. Yes, I'm all right.
Thank you for sharing that, because it really is so
and
important.
it hampers us so much as business individuals, because sometimes we spend so much time on the emotional side of things, right? Instead of working in the business and growing the business, we are so focused on, she's not speaking to me, or we had a disagreement and this, that, and we just make that thing hamper us so much.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, better keep it pushing.
Yes.
So get to your greatness.
Yes.
So now, I know you mentioned being shy before, and then working in the airline, you had to kind of bust out of that. Do you feel like, I know you mentioned, you had a great childhood. Do you feel that all is shows up in you doing the work that you do? Because you have to have a certain kind of confidence to tell someone else, you look great in this color, or tell someone else, okay, first lady, I know you love hats. This one will look great on you. Oh, if you wear your hair like this, so do you feel like that has what's carried you, even though little things have happened, the first marriage didn't work out, and now you're remarried, having that confidence?
The confidence stems from so many things. Well, first of all, other than knowing that this is what I am placed on this earth to do, so God gives me that original confidence. But the confidence also stems from the fact that I took time out to get certified, right? The confidence also comes from the experiences that I have gained, and the confidence also comes from the fact that it's fun. You know what I mean?
It doesn't feel like
work. Yeah. So the confidence is, I could say, that burgundy looks great on you. That wine color looks great on you. What about if you pair it with a different color earring? You know what I mean? And it's just the confidence come from the fact that I'm able to speak to individuals without speaking down to them.
Yes.
Because that is very important because of what I do, right?
Absolutely.
Not speaking down to individuals, right? So I'm happy for the temperament that God has blessed me with and the persona that He has blessed me with. My friends say it all the time. They're like, you are in the right place,
You're
because
natural.
I don't have the patience. I could not do what you do, because remember, you're dealing with someone who is used to doing certain things a certain way, right?
Yep.
And just to show them a new way, or just to show them an enhanced way, sometimes
Oh yeah, yes.
Take
I
it
can
to the tug of
imagine.
war, right? But at the end of it, when they trust you and know that it's all for their growth, that's
They
where
can bring it down.
down.
I love
yes,
that. I love that.
That's where it brings down.
So
Yeah.
now the companies are broken down into 3 different.
Yes.
All right. Help
Okay.
explain.
All right.
Yeah.
You got it. You got
Let's
it.
go.
You got it.
Let's go.
So 3 segments. So the company is broken down into the retail segment. So that's the part I had my grand opening on Saturday.
Congratulations.
So I do have an actual boutique, right? So Stoosh Boutique. We're in Rockville Center.
Whoop, whoop.
So
Long
we had,
Island.
yes, Long Island. So we had the grand opening on Saturday. So that is super excited. I'm so excited about that.
That's
So
awesome.
the retail part of the business, we retail clothing for men, women, clothing, jewelry, yes, handbags, belts, all the beautiful
Accessories,
things, accessories,
clothes.
and gift items, right? Unusual gift items. Then we have the consulting part, which is where I do the consulting with companies. So I do the, I would go into a corporation and I facilitate training in areas such as etiquette, customer service, body language, dressing for success, professionalism, right? And dining etiquette, how to eat at the table. That's a big.
I bet it is. I can imagine.
Oh, that's a huge.
Which one do I grab? In the
Let me tell
middle?
you.
From the outside? From the inside? Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Not knowing that 60% of meetings and 60% of deals now are met outside of the office.
Right.
So it's very important that we have proper etiquette.
Thank you for saying that.
Let me tell you, it's so important.
So many deals are made
outside,
in a dining space,
or
it's so
around
true.
the bar stool, or around in a lounge, right?
Right.
Okay,
Patrice.
So the third aspect is the styling aspect of it. So that's when I do my personal shopping for you. I visit your wardrobe and help you to enhance your wardrobe. I identify what colors work for you, your face shape, your accessories, your body type, what clothing works for you, right? So those are the 3 arms to the business.
She's a 3-in-1, honey.
Yes, and the thing is,
3-in-1.
they complement each other.
Right.
But that's how the retail part started. I didn't start with retail. I started out with styling and consulting.
So you started off as Stoosh Images. Wow, I love when God does that. I love that. Listen, He is a God of. He will enlarge your territories, not just words. Words have power. If you speak these things, He will start to bring words and images and things. You will see yourself in certain spaces, so you have to please be in tune with God.
Yes,
I'm already inspired, but I hope you're hearing some of the things that she's shared thus far that remind you, to tap into some of the things that you may think, oh, that wasn't nothing, and it's God speaking to you to step it up. That there's more for that particular gift that you have. So I love that.
And also, just to piggyback on what you're saying, how I got that retail space in Rockville Center, 3 years of manifestation, 3 years of driving to Rockville Center and saying, oh gosh, my husband almost every day, he would be tired of hearing me saying, I can't wait to have a boutique in Rockville Center. Oh, I was like, God, when am I going to get
why
a
Rockville
boutique?
Center? Is that what you spoke?
I love the energy.
Oh,
I just love the layout of Rockville Center with all the boutique, the restaurants and the.
It is a beautiful place.
I just love it. And
she spoke it.
Let me tell you,
Come on,
each
y'all.
time I drove through that place,
See that? She knew.
I didn't know where, but I knew it was going to be Rockville Center, and I kept on saying it. I would say to Mommy, I said, "Gosh, I wish I could have something in Rockville Center."
I love this.
And I mean, and we were talking about it only the other day when it actually came to fruition. And my mom said, "You remember when you used to call me almost every day?"
Make me emotional.
Yes.
I love that. I love that. And to even with I got chills. Even with that, sometimes you don't even know that you're that person for your family. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when you're speaking things and things start to happen, they're watching. Your daughter, your husband is like, my wife is bad. Like I knew she was bad, but my wife is different. Like, do you know this lady said this 3 years ago?
Yes.
You know how awesome that is?
Yeah.
For them to be able to witness
and their witnesses, because it's you can always say stuff, right?
Absolutely.
But when you have actual witnesses who can attest to it and say, yes, I've heard it over and over. We have driven through, and I keep on saying, oh, when is this going to happen? Oh, I really wish I could have something wrong with the center. And
So now, how I've heard people say the same thing, like, no, I saw this space, I'm like, that's my space. And there was somebody in there already. And I just knew it was my space. And then the next time they drive past that particular place, it's empty. And then they call the number and it just, you understand what I'm saying? So, help us, because I know there's someone who started off small, and they, even with your words, I had a guest say, stop calling your business a small business. And I felt that. I felt that, like, right here. I'm like, if you keep saying that's what it is, then it's going to stay that way. So, even with your words, so, help somebody to understand this is what I did, and this is what happened.
So the process is, and again, we have to always ask God to order our steps, and ask Him for the right connections, right? And ask Him for the right clients, not just any clients, but the right ones. So anyways, I connected with the Fitting Curve. They're also Black owned in Rockville Center. They do graffiting.
Ooh,
and so so we did a collaboration, because again, a Stoosh is not just about what you put on, but also the undergarments,
right.
the whole look. So I did a collab, I did a live with them, a collab joint live with them, and then we were just talking, and I said to them, I said, man, I would love to have something in Rockville Center. And they're like, oh, let me give you my landlord number. I said, okay, all right, what to it? That's not going to be okay. Because I'm thinking, I'm not seeing how it's going on in the workout. So I said, all right, Steve's like, call them. They're super nice. Just call them. You never know. So when I called, he said, there's an insurance company in the place now, but it's going to be available the end of May. I said, huh? I said, what did you say? He said, drive past. He said, you can't go in right now. Just drive past so you can see where it's at and, the location, everything. I said, okay. So I drove past the next day, and then 2 weeks or 3 weeks passed. And then I reconnected with him, and he said, yeah, they're moving on. Like he would say the end of May, I think. Yeah, the end of May or early June. Yeah, early mid-June. And he said, yeah, you can go look at it as soon as they move out. In my mind, I'm still thinking it's not going to work out because I don't even know how everything is going to come together. And I said, all right, okay then, all right. And went. He said, oh, there is empty now, go and look at the space. And can I tell you, when I saw that space, I said,
this is my story.
I just said, okay, all right, Papa Jesus. All right, I got it. I got the message.
That's the one.
I got the message, yeah. And, the funny thing is, he said, I hear the passion in your voice. I'm going to help you to get your business.
Come on.
He said, I'm going to help you to get your dream. I said to him, this has been a dream for years. He said, I'm going to be the one to get the dream started for you. Let me tell you, I got goosebumps.
I'm telling you.
All over. Yeah. He said, I'm not even going to run your credit. I'm not even going to do, you just have that place.
It's just yours.
Yeah, she just said, this is yours. Yeah, you just have that place. And further, guess what? He went ahead and fixed the place for me.
Woo! Listen, are you hearing her?
Okay.
Are you hearing her? Divine connections.
Yes.
First of all, let me say this. This is what I love. You asked.
Yes.
You asked.
Yes.
You're collaborating with someone, another Black-owned business, and that's the other thing. Support one another.
Yeah.
Stop competing with people and support people. You never know who sees you.
Yes.
You never know who is in that space saying, I like her energy. Wait, what does she do? Because I like her outfit. Oh, she styles. Oh, you understand what I'm saying? But the key thing was, she mentioned it. Oh, I would love to have a space here. I'm like, oh, we got a landlord. Give him a call.
You never know. Yeah. He owns a lot of business.
See that?
That's what she said.
Come on, y'all. Stop playing.
Stop playing. Yeah. And my grandmother always says to me, a closed mouth doesn't get fed.
Open it up all the time.
It's either yes or no.
Yeah.
And stop thinking, so often we say, but suppose, and we have a saying in Jamaica, suppose your dog is a doorpost. Meaning, you're gonna,
it's whatever.
It's whatever.
Who made that up?
Stop supposing.
Right.
Supposing. We
love
suppose
that.
so much. Like, just ask yes or no.
That's it. And the worst that can happen is they say
no.
And then you ask someone else.
Who knows?
But, keep Listen, she said it earlier. Be persistent. Be persistent. When you know it's yours, God is going to do it. He's going to do it. I love this.
I'm still
I got
in
chills.
awe. I'm still in awe. When I
Okay.
turn the key, and when I step into that space, I said, wow, you did this for me. You know, I'm still in awe. Like my relatives will say, hi, boutique owner, and not unless
See
they
that?
say it.
I know.
It still doesn't
I know.
register that this is where I am.
Yeah.
You know? And when I look back at where I'm, oh shoot, you know what I forgot? Oh my gosh, I forgot to walk with a book to give you, because I'm also an author. I wrote a book
About
personal development and image.
Oh, I love that. Oh, yeah, I need that book. I need
my
that book. So when did the book? Okay, listen, ma'am.
Oh my
Look,
god.
she's 4-in-1. Excuse me. Now, where did the book come from? And when?
The book was 2015.
Wow.
And so, you know, I had all this knowledge in my head, and people kept asking, and I'm due a second one now because it's so long.
Wow.
But I'm due a second one. But it's like a style manual. Oops. Sorry. Oh my god, I should have turned this off. Sorry. It's like a style manual, right? It has so many gems, so many style tips.
I'm an author too, so I love reading.
Oh,
I
nice.
love learning.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Nice. Okay,
So,
so we have to.
all right. So, what's the name of the book?
The book is 10 Tips to Develop Your Personal and Professional Image.
And where can they buy it?
And they can buy it on Amazon.
All right.
So if you just type Stoosh in, or if you type Patrice DeCosta in, or Patrice DeCosta Fernandez, you will see it. Yeah.
You will see
So
it.
you will see it. So
That is
so that was
awesome.
2015. So 2015 was a pivoting year for me, just having the book coming out. Oh, and the same aunt who gave me the name is the same aunt who edited and published
I
it.
love this.
Ah, yes.
See, still divine connections.
Yes.
Being surrounded by people who see. Listen. Oh,
Yeah.
and I want you to keep talking.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's so important for the people around you to treat your vision like it's their own.
Yes, that's the
They
thing.
need to be that
That's
serious
serious.
about your vision coming to
Mhm.
fruition. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It doesn't even have to be a thing of, you know, they just want to work for you, but they just believe in it. And it just could be a thing where it's your turn this time, and when it's their
Your
turn,
turn.
you give the same support.
And in the same breath, while it's your turn, you try to see how you can help others.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And that's what I do now. So even with the boutique, you know, I see how I can help. Okay, for the grand opening, I had another sister who she has lingerie,
Mhm.
and I had her in the store,
Love it.
and she
See
met
that?
my customers, and she got sales.
See?
And, you know,
Come on.
yeah.
What
Right.
God has for you is for you, so you don't have to compete.
Peace,
You don't have
yes.
to hate. You don't have to do any of these things.
Yes.
Because He's
yes.
gonna bless. He's gonna bless.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
Patrice,
Yes.
the author, the business owner, the wife, the mom,
Oh, yes, the speaker.
the encourager.
The speaker, yeah. But you know, sometimes I always say to my friends and to my clients that your experience is not for you, it's so that you can bless others.
That's the one.
And so you can have testimonies, so to encourage others. So the experiences that I go through, I know it's not for me.
Yeah.
This boutique is not for me.
Right.
You know, it's for individuals, it's for women. I want people to feel that, wow, this is a safe haven.
Mm-hmm.
This is a place that they can come in, they can get styled, not so being sold to, but they can get styled,
Right.
and they can be enhanced, and they can have a wardrobe that will represent them.
Yes.
You know,
Mhm.
and no matter what size you are, because we cater to sizes small to 3X.
Love that.
You know
Love
what I mean?
that.
And so that's another big thing, that even people who came to the grand opening on Saturday,
They were like,
they were like, wow, because you know, a lot of
See?
boutiques only go up to large
Mhm,
or
mhm.
probably extra
That's
large.
true.
I go up to 3X.
Love it. Love
Mhm.
that. Come on, Patrice.
Yes.
Come on in here.
Because it's not about your size, it's about how you project yourself.
Yes,
It's not, you know what I mean? The
feeling
confidence,
beautiful.
having the right items in the closet.
Mhm.
It's not about what you wear, but it's how you wear it.
Mhm.
And so I strongly believe in that.
Love this.
Mhm.
Love this. All right. So you said are you working on the second book? Or you just saying it's time for a
It's
second
time. Yes, I know I should be. Oh my God, my mom is saying, so when is the next book?
Oh,
When is the next
go
book?
ahead,
Oh
Mom.
gosh, yeah. I really want to do a second book on etiquette because I know that's a huge thing. That's a huge gap.
Okay.
That a lot of us don't know. Some basic things, some simple things. So I want to do.
No, this is true.
Yeah, I want to do an updated version, but include more of the etiquette part of it. So I need to give this year. The rest of the year, I'm just gonna focus on building the boutique
Yes.
and building this. Continue with the styling business. But next year, that's gonna be on my agenda.
Awesome. You heard it here, folks.
Yes.
Wait for the second book. Get the first one first now. Okay, get the first one first. But the second one will be more towards etiquette.
Yes.
And make sure you visit her store. What is the address of the store?
89 North Park Avenue, Rockville Center. And
I
let me
know
tell you,
exactly.
let me tell you how God just good. Let me talk a little Jamaican here. Let me tell you how God is just good with a T on it. With a T, right? Good. He placed me next to a very famous Jamaican restaurant. A very popular Jamaican restaurant.
I love it, man.
Right?
I just
2
love
doors
him.
down.
I love God. He's just amazing. If you let him do it.
If you let him
If you
do
stop
it.
fighting
Yes.
him, he's
If
not
you
going
let
to fight with you to bless you.
Yes.
Let him do it.
Yes, because
That's amazing.
I had just stopped thinking about it, and then that's when he realized,
Let go.
okay, she's totally let go.
Mhm.
And that's when he stepped in.
On Patrice, help somebody.
Yes,
Y'all hear that?
yes,
Listen,
yes. So-
he's gonna get the glory. I
Yeah.
love
Totally
love
So
that.
if nobody knew before
Mhm.
about that, how I love God, they know
I
now
love-
because I have been giving him all the glory for this
Yes,
boutique.
yes,
It's straight
yes,
up in.
yes.
Because how you meet a landlord that you don't know from Adams, right?
Mm.
No credit, fixes up the place for you, gives you all that you asked for.
Yeah, starts basically working for you.
Yes, yeah,
Because that's what basically happened.
Yeah,
He's like,
I-
I'm gonna fix this for you.
yeah. Just
I'm gonna
choose
get
your
this to you.
choose your
Look
paint
at
color.
that.
Choose the floor that
See?
you want.
Come
How
on.
do you want the layout to be? Okay, you want 2 changing rooms. Where do you want them? Come on.
I love it. All right, so book coming. We have the retail store now. You're still doing the consulting. You're still the 3-in-1.
Yes.
What else do you see for yourself?
What else? So there are 2 main things. I want to have my own line, my own clothing line. So that's another thing that I've been speaking into being my own clothing and accessory line.
Yes.
And then I really want to create a foundation because I'm big on giving back.
Love
So
that.
I want to have my Stoosh foundation. So I'm by next
That's
year.
gonna happen. I felt that.
I want to
That's
have
awesome.
because I do this on a small scale.
Mhm.
Like I do complimentary training for
Mhm.
like teenage moms,
Mhm.
for girls' homes.
Okay.
I over the years I've packed barrels and sent to the Caribbean
Mhm.
for homes.
Right.
I specialize in women though,
Got it.
for women
Mhm.
and girls. And so I want to take it to the next level. I want to be blessed so much that blessing others is just second
Which is
nature.
natural. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh,
So
I felt that.
The foundation is
That's
another
amazing.
thing that I want. That's on my
That's
heart
awesome.
heavily. I want it to be properly,
Right.
properly done up versus me just doing it.
Got you. Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
Come on. Listen. I got chills, young lady. That is
Oh,
amazing.
thank you,
So
thank
now I'm gonna ask you one question, and you got 2 questions. That's it, and then we're gonna close. Because me and you can talk forever.
Right.
I love her energy is so sweet. Like
Oh,
you're
thank you.
natural to talk. I can talk to you naturally. But when it came to the men, was it a thing where dad was kind of like into fashion, your brothers that made it? Was it easy for you to style men, or how did that part go with the men?
So the men, that's such a good question because the men evolved. The men part of it only last year. The men part, meaning I styled the men before, but in terms of having men's wear, that only happened last year. But I styled men before, right? Men, believe it or not, they're very easy to work with. They're not so confused like women,
Right.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
we're so
Yes.
subconscious with our figures.
yeah, we have a
Men
lot
is
of
like,
things that
this
we
is
want to
good.
think about,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
yeah. Men, if you just show them why or show them, okay, this and this work, they're like, okay, that's it. Just
How much?
Here's your
Right.
credit card. Yeah. So men are
Very
somewhat
cool.
easier to work with, but the men part came along when they started asking, so what about the men? What about
Yeah,
the men? What
see?
about the men? What
On
about the
demand.
men? You know? So I kept on ignoring it. And, I'm like, I really should
Yeah.
consider.
Like, it's kind of not fair.
Yes.
Look, Ella.
And even though I don't have a lot of things, but at least I have something that, whether it's a wallet or whether it's a belt or whether it's a sweater,
Right.
there's something, or a bracelet. There's something that they can, get when they come in the store that will, enhance their wardrobe.
Absolutely.
So that's how the men part came into
Love
play.
it.
We'll see, what God does in terms of if that's going to get expanded. Oh, the other thing you asked me seeing Stoosh. So the foundation, my own line, and I want to have Stoosh girls.
Yes.
I want to have a girls section.
I love
And my
it.
little one said she's going to be the manager.
Ooh.
So
She's gonna have investments
Yes,
in that.
yes.
We're teaching our kids about entrepreneurship
Yes.
early.
And she's very involved in the business.
I love it. Listen, you better go ahead, Miss Patrice.
Yes, so
I
she's
love
very
this.
involved. So those are the three things that's on the horizon.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Listen, thank you so much for coming
Mm.
and sharing your story. So now we gotta get your book. Are there any, like I said, I'm a big reader. Are there any books or anything that you would advise someone who may be battling a little bit with confidence in reference to starting a business, being a stylist, anything that you can give us for that person? For that young lady that was in Jamaica and she's working in the airlines and she loves to piece things together, but she's not sure if anybody would hear her out. What would you say? Or is there a book or anything that you would say this was good?
Well, Think and Grow Rich, that book.
I have that.
Yeah, Think and Grow Rich. That was a good book for me. And is it Joyce Meyer who says just get the
I love Joyce Meyer's.
yes
She
Joyce
is no
Meyer's
joke.
book.
Woo, that lady.
Buy that. What is it called? Just buy the handbag. Like she's just saying, just do
Just
what,
do
yeah,
it.
just do it. Just do it.
Love that.
Fear is false evidence appearing real, and fear kills us so much.
It's
It
a
has
dream
killed
killer.
me. It has
dream
killed
killer.
me to do so many things. Some things I would love to have been doing already, but you're so fearful. So I'm encouraging anyone who is watching, someone who is watching, dissect that fear.
Right.
Dissect it. What is causing that fear? What's the worst thing that could happen? Who is putting that fear on you? Because it could be someone,
Right.
not necessarily yourself.
Environment.
So dissect it and see where is it that you can push through. It's not always easy, but how is it that you can push through those barriers so that you can even start, even just start, and start off with the circle. And even if they don't support you, find strangers.
Say that
and
one.
start.
That's the one.
Find strangers and start.
No excuse zone.
No excuses, right? And when you look at people who are disabled, people who have no hands or no legs, and they're doing their thing, we need to just slap ourselves in the face, because
say that.
we have excuses like never before, and it's so easy to fall into that trap. But I'm just encouraging you. Ask God to show you. Ask him to show you. If you have to fast, do it. Ask him to show you what it is that you need to do, who you need to go to. It could be somebody who you haven't spoken to in years, right?
Absolutely.
And then the other thing is, what do I need to do for myself? Am I looking the part? You want a blessing, but do you look like a hot mess? You know what I mean? What do I need to do on my end? How is my attitude? How is my tone? How is my body language? How am I reading? How is my conversation? You know what I mean? Because sometimes we have to evaluate ourselves before we even get the blessing.
Evaluation is a must.
Yes, before we even get the blessing.
Yeah.
So evaluate self, then dissect the fear or dissect the hesitation, and then other than that, you just go.
Just do it.
Just go.
Come on, Miss Patrice.
I'm a typical example. Just remember me going on that Air Jamaica plane, lifting off, not having my full tuition
Support
for my
system,
master's, nobody in England. And I just went on that plane and went about my business. Resigned my secured job Okay.
Come on.
All right now.
Say that
I'm
word.
done.
Okay. She said, God, I'm taking you with me and I'm doing it. Listen, that is awesome. Thank you so much for
Oh,
coming.
my pleasure.
This blessed my spirit today.
Amen.
This blessed me
Amen.
so
Thank
much.
you.
And I'm just here to say that I just believe wholeheartedly that everything she spoke is going to happen for her.
Amen.
So please share where they can contact you.
Yes, you can contact me. My Instagram is Stoosh Images, STOOSH Images International, INTL. That's my Instagram page. My Facebook page is Stoosh Images, STOOSH Images. And my website is stooshRetail.com. StooshRetail.com.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, on this amazing hump day afternoon, I am full from Miss Patrice DeCosta Fernandez.
I'm full sharing because sometimes
Awesome.
sometimes you're just so used to doing that, not until you sit and share, you think about
Like,
all
wow,
the things.
God is awesome.
Yes, like,
Mhm.
oh, I did all of that, I went through all of that. But you don't sit and dwell on it, you just continue doing. But
Just go.
because of the opportunity to share, you think about it and you said, wow, okay.
Yes, I've done some things.
I've done some things, yeah.
I've done some things. I love that. And so make sure you visit Amazon.com as well. What's the title of the book again? I'm so sorry.
10 tips to develop your personal and professional image.
Yes, please. Everybody, make sure you tap in, support her. Listen, your journey just is so inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, share this video, share this episode with someone who you know has a gift, has a talent, and they're just kind of sitting.
Yes.
They're just they're nervous, there's a fear
Yes.
there, or they're surrounded by people who aren't pouring into their life with positivity.
Yes.
Send this to them so they can be inspired. They can get that catalyst going and just make that move. You know, listen, God has no respect of person. Mr.
That's
Patrice came from Jamaica, went to UK to educate herself, came to New York, bonded, found her husband, had her daughter, who she's now officially a role model for, you know, with all this greatness.
Yes.
And she's literally living her dream. So, you know, please, sir, please, ma'am, don't forget about your dream. Don't stop dreaming, but don't stop making moves and strides towards that dream.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
Yes.
Well said. Well said.
Yeah. Follow her on social media. Contact her for any questions. Make sure you visit the store.
Yes, indeed.
And please subscribe to my podcast, Hot Michael Lady She Podcast. Once again, please share this if you want to encourage somebody. Love is an action word. Even just sharing this to encourage somebody shows that you love them. All right? Listen, be good to others, be good to yourself. See you later.
Okay. Thanks for having me.
He said, okay.